Hello and welcome to 5 Minute Math. Today we are looking at the TEKS 2 algebraic reasoning. We are focusing on prime and composite numbers, and we will do it in 5 minutes or less. So, prime numbers and composite numbers are just two ways that we can sort our numbers. Now, what we need to realize is that when we're dealing with prime numbers, we see we have definition here. We're dealing with whole numbers. They need to be greater than zero, so we're not dealing with negatives, we're not dealing with fractions and decimals. Whole numbers greater than zero. And here's the thing, it only has two factors. Remember, factors are numbers that you multiply by each other to get to a product, one and itself. So composite is going to start very similar. It's going to be a whole number. It's going to be greater than zero, but it's got three or more factors. So that's the difference, is we're looking at whole numbers greater than zero. How many factors does it have? And when we start, we're going to know numbers that are some basic facts, but pretty soon we're going to have to get into some divisibility rules because the numbers are going to get larger and larger. But let's just take a look at our prime numbers, right? So we're going to start with our first prime number. Now, this one's going to be a little bit strange because it is an even number. But 2 is a prime number because it only has two factors, right? 1 times 2, 1 in itself. 3 is also a prime number. It only has two factors, 1 times 3. But I'm going to start another list over here for composite numbers. 4 is not a prime number. It's a composite number because look how I can get to 4. I can always do 1 times itself, but I can also do 2 times 2. So if I were to list the factors of 4, I would list them in order. I would say 1, 2, 4. Those are my factors of 4. And since it's more than 2, right? And so we can do the same thing here. We can list these as 1 and 2. We can list these as 1 and 3. And so 4 is not going to be prime. 5 is going to be prime because the only way to get to 5 is 1 times 5. So you're thinking, how can I multiply to get to that number? What about 6? 6 is not going to be prime. It's going to be composite because I can, as always, 1 times 6, but I can also do it 2 times 3. So it actually has four factors. We're going to put them in order. 1, 2, 3, and 6. 7 is going to be prime. 1 times 7. And then our factors are 1 and 7. But 8 is not because I can do 1 times 8, but also 2 times 4. So hopefully we're noticing a pattern. We're going to finish with 9 and 10. But we're going to notice that we're going to run into some issues as the numbers get bigger. So 1, 2, 4, and then 8. 9, you would think might be prime, but we need to know our facts. It's actually composite because I can multiply 1 times 9 and also multiply 3 times 3. So it only has three factors. You don't repeat the 3, just like we're looking at 4, you don't repeat the 2 for 2 times 2. So you just list each factor one time. And then 10, well, that's not going to work because I can do 1 times 10. I can do 2 times 5. So 1, 2, 5, and 10. Now guess what? After 2, every single even number that ends with a 2 is going to be composite. So I'm going to list out all of my numbers that are multiples of 2 and just cross them off. I can also do the same thing with multiples of 3. That's why 9 didn't work. So 3, 6, 9, 12, 15's no good, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30, 33, 36, 39, 42. I'm just skip counting by threes, right? And it goes on. We can do fives, right? So 5, and then we're going to get rid of all of these right here. So there's only 14 primes between 1 and 50. And guess what is not included? We're not including 1 because 1 only has one factor. So a prime needs to have two factors, 1 in itself. So it's just not anything.